Wah! That was supposed to be the war cry of the big dog replacing an OK. Anyway, never mind, because you've seen my video where I had the opportunity to catch up with the man, Becky Lynch, with fellow YouTubers Supers on Barbecue and Smack Talks, and we also had the opportunity to catch up with the big dog and dual cover star of WWE 2K20, Roman Reigns. So, let's talk to the big dog. Hi Roman, what was your reaction to being the dual cover star for WWE 2K20?
I was super excited, man. I'm a big fan of everything that she's done. All the women, for that matter, they just completely stepped up. And also, I think what really makes it feel so special is, with the year I've had, with me having to take a leave, to see, all this happened, while I was gone, and to see that develop, to see, my coworkers step up, to see my coworkers, fill in and take care of, our business and next man up, essentially. It was really cool to see them thrive and just take advantage of the moment. I think me and Becky both had, in our own, separate ways, we had incredible years, a lot of adversity, and you've kind of seen us come through it and make it to the other end, and it's just a really good feeling to be able to just share it with a strong woman. I'm a proud father of an 11-year-old little girl. She's in the other room right now, and I really, can't stress enough how important it is that we have role models for both sexes, for both genders, and it's extremely strong, important that we have strong little women growing up, knowing that they can do anything, and they have every opportunity to do that, and it's just a matter of them, taking it and taking that ball and running with it. And Becky Lynch, the woman, is a perfect example of that, and I'm just extremely proud to be able to, share this moment with her and collab on this project. It's been great. I didn't know that long, though. It was kind of popped up on me, right before, which was nice because it's been one of those years, a surprise year, you know what I mean? So it was just nice to have another awesome surprise like 2K20.
Have you caught up with the 2K18 cover star and your Shield brother, Seth Rollins, about this news?
He was kind of the catalyst that made me really want to be on the cover. When I saw his commercial and that trailer and everything when they released, it was so cool, and man, I was so proud of him. I was so proud of just the way it was delivered, the way he looked. It was just such a cool promo, and just to see him kill it like that, it made me want to be able to do the same thing. And who would have thought that I'd be sharing it with his lady? It's strange, but it's such a crazy, it's just a small world, and just the way some things work out. But yeah, he was definitely, just his performance and just the way that worked out, and to burn it down, it really just worked all the way into his character now. So that's just how strong, our relationship with 2K is, that we can literally create a gimmick off of that. You know what I mean? That was a collaboration between 2K and Seth Rollins, to be able to push something forward and have an awesome character moment that's really defined the last couple of years for him. So, hopefully I'm lucky enough to get the same type of treatment, 2K, I hope you're listening.
If you could face anyone or anything from the 2K Creation Suite, who or what would it be?
I'd have to, me and R-Truth have had a debate for a long time if he could take a moose. I know y'all know R-Truth and the craziness that he goes through every day. That's the type of stuff we talk about, is how big moose are, and he thinks he can slap a moose. He thinks he can walk up to a moose and slap it, and it won't do anything to him. And I told him, you don't understand how big moose are. That thing will grab you with its antler and throw you across the highway, and he doesn't believe it. He told me, he was like, I'd slap it, it would charge me, and he said he would arm drag it. He said he'd arm drag a bear before, too. That's the type of stuff that he says. So I think I would have to, I'd have to win this bet and have my character beat up a moose, a full-grown moose.
Last year, Daniel Bryan was featured with 2K Showcase. What can fans expect this year?
I think that's kind of the great part about it. And, we want to share as much as we can, but we like to keep a few secrets under our sleeves. So it's one of those situations where, it's always going to be a special, promotion, a special, delivery, but I don't want to give away too much. But it's one of those deals, you know when to tune in, when we showcase. So it's, hopefully it'll be as cool, if not even better.
At Extreme Rules, you teamed up with The Undertaker, but for a dream tag team partner, who would you choose?
To be honest, and this might be the obvious choice just because he's it seems like he's one of the studs down there. Actually, I'll go with a two-piece here. I think Velveteen would be nice, because I've just heard nothing but, the best out of him, and from, my peers and mentors as well. The guys who are down there training, and grooming him, they've just really spoken highly of his talent, his knowledge, and his work ethic. And if you have all three of those, you're going to be in a good place, especially when you have potential. So I think it would be nice to see him, do his thing, up close and personal. And there's nothing better than having the best seat in the house on the apron, seeing these superstars go to work. And then for a completely different reason, I'd like to see Matt Riddle as well. He's very choice with his words, and he has a lot of critiques about different performers. So I'd like to see the guy who thinks he knows it all, up close and personal as well. Both great talents, but both with different approaches, which I respect. But you don't really get to know people, and especially in this business, until you have that interaction in the ring. So those are two young lions I wouldn't mind, rapping with a little bit.
Final question. If you could have one moment from your career immortalized in a WWE game, what would it be?
That's a tough one, man. It's, there's just been so many powerful moments, so many moments that I just look back and I cherish, and that have just, made me and helped me and propelled me. And that goes along with the performers that I'm in the ring with and the people I'm out there, creating with. But I would say most likely, because my life just hasn't been the same since, my first WrestleMania main event against Brock, out there in Santa Clara, out there in Cali. Man, it was just one of those perfect moments, and it just worked, and it was simple, and it was brutal, and there was emotion, and there was drive, and there was aggression, and I think the world saw what kind of backbone I had that night, what kind of resilience I had, and that I can be a tough SOB when I'm put, when my back's against the wall. So I'd say that night, that main event, WrestleMania. It was unlike any.
So there you go. That was our interview with the big dog and dual cover star of WWE 2K20, Roman Reigns. And just to put it out there, we had limited time and we also had more questions planned for Roman, but we weren't able to ask them. So we did our best with the time that we had, and I've got to admit, I think Roman is a pretty swell guy. Seems like a decent dude. And also a massive shout out to 2K UK for giving us this opportunity to catch up, not just with Roman, but also the man Becky Lynch. So I hope you enjoyed this interview, and now you know that Roman wants to face this guy. Amazing. Moose. But for now, make sure you check out Super Zom Barbecue and Smack Talks. I've linked them in the description of this video. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And also as well, if you want to check out the Becky Lynch interview, that is there too. But for now, please rate, comment and subscribe. This is Delzinski, and I'll see you later.